Hello and welcome back to Lord Fen Gaming Plays Dragon Quest 1 and 2 HD-2D Remake. I'm your host Lord Fen, and part 21, yes, lucky 21 of Dragon Quest 2 HD-2D Remake walkthrough video. We're about to go into the Shrine of Rain dungeon. As always, everyone, like, comment, and subscribe to my channel for more Dragon Quest series videos like this. Do not forget to hit the notification bell to be updated much more. So, what happened in the last video? In the last video, we visit Damda Ra. After that, we visit Catlin. And because we visited the ruined village, I found a very nice spot to grind. So, what I'm going to go ahead and do at this time, before we go to other places, then, of course, the dungeon, update on everyone on what I did in between episodes, and it's quite a bit. This has been a while since I did cover this section, so basically I did a lot of grinding. I'm going to say besides the levels you'll see in a few moments, I did get the Flame Shield and the Fire Blade. Flame Shields use protect against ice attacks and breaths, so on and so forth. I did get everybody up to level 38 or so. Yeah, see, everybody's 38. There you go. And yeah, I'm going to tell you right now, I did get some powerful spells. I might be using them or not. So let's see here. I did get the Madcap as well. That was found, I should say, in the Dragon Lord's castle just digging. Yeah, seriously, I was just digging and found that one day. It's a 1% find. First of all, Carl has full heal, heals fully. Kazing will always resurrect versus Zing, which is seldom. Kasid's very powerful fire group spell damage. Tawak hits a group of foes, kills them instantly sometimes. Kazami, sacrifice yourself to take out many foes except for powerful ones. Kazap takes out all foes with lightning damage. Now, let's see here. Claire has multi-heal, heals a certain amount of HP to the party. Sheen removes curses, very good. Let's see what else. Kaboom, very powerful explosion elemental spell, hits all enemies. Kawoosh, Wind's magic hits a group of enemies. Let's see what else. Strain magic, we steal MP from foes. Now, Alan got some toys as well, too. Let's see here. Double up. That means we sacrifice our defense in order to do an all-out attack. Multi-fits hits multiple foes for random punches. Helicopter swipes out a group of foes with great swing of your weapon. Meditation heals up MP. Emergency heal. Forbidden, so you stand in front of your allies. You take the damage from here on out until it wears off. Aegon, very powerful, more powerful than Muster Strength. You'll get a boost in attack. It is very useful. You'll see that during the video. Let's see what else we have. Falcon Slash attacks one foe two times. Very useful. As for Claire, she got a bit. Hip drop, jumping on it's like a jumping butt that deals big damage. Sometimes it doesn't connect, sometimes it does. Wild Side does 2 attacks per round. Very useful. I wish I had it on the Prince of Mindenhall, but it is what it is. It's very useful for nuking. Now, I did get a lot of Seed of Stamina. And, of course, Seed of Luck. That's from the Dragon Lord Castle grinding. And let's see here. I did grind at the Dragon Lord's Castle, then around the Seed, and back to the Dragon Lord's Castle on the 6th floor. Very useful stuff to get. That huge update is now done. So what we'll go ahead and do is go to the Village of Cole with the Faded Blade. Must have the Faded Blade from the Dragon Lord's great-grandson, because this will start a nice quest. It sounds like it'll eventually end up, of course, upgrading said blade. So you go to the weaponsmith shop on the 2nd floor, and you'll be able to start the quest. So basically, we need to go ingredient hunting. I believe we already got the blacksmith, I should say swordsmith, that will definitely fix said blade. This will definitely upgrade the blade itself. Now, we need to look for some kind of legendary metal. Almost forgot. Let's go ahead and talk to everyone about it. Now, this guy will talk about the special metal. And, of course, he says it's in Dam Da Ra. We'll try to trigger that another time. Probably when I get some keys. Or I say the second key in the game. So we're not going to do it yet. If it's not there, I'm thinking of Catlin, the library that should have information about the metal itself. Unfortunately, it's locked behind a gray door, so we're going to need another key for that. I'll try to keep on chipping at it when I do get keys. We'll only have the one that opens up the red door. So now we're done here. We're going to the Shrine of Rain. You must have the Faded Blade in order to pull this off. If not, you cannot go back to Dragon Lord's castle. But anyways, here we go to this dungeon. Now, let me go ahead and officially welcome you all to the Shrine of Rain dungeon. Now, this looks very familiar. If you play Dragon Quest I HD-2D Remake in this collection, you know what's up with it. Now, from here on out, if you see me digging like crazy on floors, let me tell you, I got a lot of gold. In fact, during one of my gold farmings, towards the tail end of it, I got about over 18k gold by digging. I'll talk about that as we do combat and such and explore. So dig, good idea to dig 5 times on a floor, then move on to the next. Now the best thing about dig is you get seeds that you normally do not get. I'll get back to it, but new enemies here. Stone Golems, what they do is they use the ability that the Prince of Minahal has called Forbiddance. And what that does is they take the damage. That's some very powerful stuff. So if you're like a powerful character that loves to cast spells like crazy, yeah, you'll take them out in one shot. Or if you're like the Prince of Minahal, whip a whole bunch of foes or so, yeah, they take the damage. Other than that though, they're really easy to kill. You already know about the Raving Lunatics, take a debuff and nuke ya. El Nino, you already know about them nuking and such. Other than that though, the new enemies here really is just really 2 of them. 3 if you missed the lethal armor from the bottom of the Dragon Lord's castle. I'll try to trigger that again if I can. We'll go ahead and do some treasure hunting before we advance, I should say, the next floor. This is exactly about the same layout from Dragon Quest I HD-2D Remake. Now, difference is it's a little bit longer due to the fact there are some cutscenes there. Okay, there's these Stone Golems. We're going to go ahead and just annihilate them. See, it says intercepting all incoming attacks. And one attack from the, you guessed it, the Prince of Cannock with a whip took him out. Oh, wow, wow, wow. This is nice. Let's do Claire. Ooh, this is going to be very easy. Yeah, normally I'll probably say this dungeon you want to be at 24-25, and that's about it. However, I went to Dam Da Ra to actually grind there. Okay, anyways, back on topic about the dig. You dig 5 times, you get seeds. Yeah, if these foes drop them. So, for instance, for example, if you dig out the Dragon Lord's castle and you defeated green dragons, good chance you get Seeds of Stamina. Now, if I think I remember right, if it's the, I think it's the Ghost is there on the 6th floor, you get to see luck if you dig that. You also get whatever weapons and armor that does drop as well, but they're rare. Same thing with the seeds. So, for instance, if you go to the Dragon Lord's castle on the 6th floor, what happens is you defeat lethal armor. They have a chance to drop full plate armor, which sells 700 pieces of gold apiece. Now, with that, as you dig that up, you could get yourself full plate armor. Now, as for axes, you defeat hoodlums in the Dragon Lord's castle for 1 through 5 floor. You get an iron axe, but that's rare. Now, the thing is, there is, I think it's 1 in 516 chances to get a very powerful percentage of gold. So in other words, for example, you have about 100k worth of gold. You get about 20k just by digging. That's some good stuff. And there's a 256 chance you get about half of that I just mentioned. Still, the key about that is you dig 5 times and then that's it. Move on. I'm repeating that again because that's very important. So let's go ahead and search. Nothing else is here, just some random loot. Well, not random loot, but still it's just loot. We're going to go ahead and make sure we look everywhere. Okay, we cannot access this chest yet. We're going to go ahead and do that later on when we get the blue chest key. I'm not going to tell you what it is. I know what it is already since I play so much Dragon Quest. So I'm going to keep the spoilers of that key to a minimum until we get to that episode fun with said key. Now let's go on this way. Now we're in the Shrine of Rain 1st floor, the back area. I will still be doing some combat, but eventually I will not do any combat. I have a feeling I defeat all the foes from 1 to 4. The 5th floor will have lump wizards and of course the lethal armor. Top of the floor, so I will try to trigger them once, this way I mark them down. Already marked them down a while because I was fighting all over the world. Well, actually some places. I was at one point grinding south of Mendenhall and I found of course some lump wizards and some voodoo people. Yeah, just say I grind with Kaboom and of course Kazap. Now if you're over level like me, that's fine. My advice is use Holy Protection, so this way you could definitely, you know, easily grind, kill them all faster, and so on and so forth. Just gotta hit the end a few times, but that's alright. Okay, we're done with this floor, so what's gonna happen as soon as we get to the 2nd floor, there's gonna be a cutscene. I will return though for a boss fight. Yeah, there is one coming up. Here's the first boss of the dungeon, Scytan. So I'm going to go ahead and switch everybody to single damage weapons. Reason being is I'll do a lot more damage. Now, I don't think this boss is really immune to fire. If so, I'll go ahead and switch to the Faded Blade and everybody else their whips and such. So right now, first round I had Alan, of course, I'd say Egg on, the Prince of Cannock, Kabuff, and of course the Princess of Moonbrook just doing oomph on Alan. So this way I have a lot of attack power. Yeah, you see there? Yeah, the ideal here is we're going to try to take out this boss really quickly. Now, he does attacks this boss 2 times per round. They're not that strong since we buff up and, of course, gain a few levels. I'm going to go ahead and, let's see here. Let's do, I'm trying to check this out. Attacker, see if I can drop down his attack. Let's get the Prince of Cannock. Let's go ahead and check what he could do. We'll do as the a buff for him. As for the princess, I'm going to go ahead and have her do Wild Side, so she'll cast 2 times per round from here on out. Okay, see, there you go. And there you go. Oh, wow, 816 damage. I believe I dropped his attack down. It looks like it, so I'm going to go ahead and repeat for the Prince of Mendenhall. Just go ahead and egg on, so this way I do it again. More damage. It's just for 1 round, but it's powerful enough. As for Carl here, we're going to go ahead and let's see here. I'll just do that. And, of course, Claire's going to do Kawoosh. That should definitely do it. He's about 1,000 hit points or so. Oh, I think it's more like 1.1k or 1.2k. Either way, boss is dead. That's about it. Enjoy the cutscene. I will return for the next part of this dungeon. Upon defeating a boss, now you have access to that floor. Now, the bosses will not always appear on every floor. Instead, certain ones, I'll point them out when we do get to the next set of bosses. There's total 3, by the way, in this tower here. Now, that's some good information we have. So, basically, looks like one of Hargon's lieutenants was asking for information. And, of course, that lieutenant failed. That's a good thing. That's what we want. So, we're going to go ahead and keep on exploring. I'm going to go ahead and avoid combat until I feel like I get to the 5th floor, that is. I feel like I defeated enough enemies anyways. Now here is a Poison Moth Knight. This does is sometimes paralyze foes. Yeah, it's alright, but there's better, I should say, weapons out there for the Princess of Moonbrook. Okay, let's go on up. We're now on officially the 3rd floor of the shrine. Yeah, there's a total of 5 floors, by the way. For those of you not familiar with Dragon Quest 1 and HD-2D Remake. If you are not familiar, go ahead and play it, then play this game. You'll thank me later. So we'll keep on going, then we'll go up on to the next one. Alright, there you go. We got a Kabuff scroll, so there is right there. I'm going to wait till I get everybody's spells and abilities because some people can learn things. I don't want to waste a scroll at all, just trust me on that. Now, boss fight ahead. There'll be another cutscene. After that, there'll be a boss. I'll definitely go over the tactics on how to defeat this boss. We're about to fight against 2 Winoceros, so they can hit very hard. Again, I'm going to have Aegon on the Prince of Mendenhall, Oomph on him as well. Of course, the Prince of Canuck is just using Kabuff. There you go. I take less damage. I'm a bit over leveled. Like I said before, I want to get all the items in the shop. And yeah, watch out for that attack. I could do a lot of damage. Helm Splitter will drop a party member's defense while, of course, doing some damage. I'm going to go ahead and just attack. I'm going to have him take care of things. And I'm going to have her, let's see here. I'm going to go ahead and look around and Kasap the entire 2 of them. This way, the Prince of Mendenhall will do more damage. Oh, wow, that's some healing. I forgot I did some healing there. Oh, wow, wow, wow. 800 plus on the first one and 700 plus on the other one. That is good. I'm going to have the Prince of Mendenhall egg on. Do some more damage. Let's see what else. I'm going to have the other one do Kasap, the Prince of Canuck, and of course the Prince of Moonbrook. Just go ahead and, you guessed it, kaboom. You're going to see how powerful those spells are. Okay, Kazap, that's not much. I did the Whirlwind spell. Oh, wow, they're weak against that. And next round, I should defeat him. I probably should have switched weapons, but that's all right. Oh, wow, he did get some extra damage reflective, so I'm just going to go ahead and just, let's see. I'm going to have her heal, everybody else just attack. And that's about it. Now, the Prince of Mendenhall should finish off the boss, and there you go. Boss is now defeated. Not too hard, so Sit back and enjoy the cutscene. And yes, one of them talked too much. Thanks to that careless fairy that talked before the boss fight, we know some information about Sigils. We'll try to learn more about it when we get to the top of the tower. So now we're on the 4th floor. That is definitely unlocked. That's very good. So I'm digging 5 times. And then I'm going to go ahead and talk to this one. Reliable fairy. You're cool. Careless fairy. You're not cool. Yeah, seriously. You just gave the Emni an edge. Good thing said Emni is defeated, so there you go. We won't have to worry about that Emni no more, but still, if he would have been alive, he would have reported to Hargon, then things would have been much, much, much more tougher. We're going to go ahead and check over here. Inside, that's magic water. Inside this is some strong medicine, which is very good. Now we're on the 5th and final floor of the dungeon. So, yeah, there's no hidden floors or anything like that I know of. So I'm just going to dig 5 times. I'm going to try to see if there... Oh, wow. I am not getting lucky on dig. I mean, I was like grinding. I was getting some good stuff, but now I'm not. Okay, I decided to go into battle. Lump mages. I thought they're wizards, but they're mages. They just like to do nuking magic, so kill them fast. If you don't know about lethal armor, they can hit hard if you're not careful. They do drop full plate armor. That was the ones I was talking about early on in the video. You already know about Mr. Stone Golem. Very easy to kill, especially if you're over leveled. So that's why I'm skipping some, I should say, fights, because I don't need to do it for a while. I have a nice location to level up. Also, there's another location I found too. I should say, when I was filming these videos. Yeah, I was exploring around the world. I call it my post slime, more like metal slime farming spot. Let's go ahead and check. Nothing so far. So there's 6. Looks like we cannot get 1. So we're 5 out of 6. That is not bad, right? Looks like some kind of umbrella thing. That is weird. That is a dark gray chest. We cannot have access until we get said key for it. Now this one's a red one. That's a dream blade. That sometimes puts your foes to sleep. I think you can use it as an item as well too. Yeah, it's alright, but there's better things out there. Yeah, I have already fire blades, but if you didn't get the fire blades from Catelyn, then I suggest equipping that. It'll help you out in the future. I'm going to go ahead and just use Holy Protection. I got all the monsters basically on this, I should say in this dungeon. Especially the last 2 on this floor. Well, I already got those a long time ago. Nothing here, so let's keep on searching until we get some treasure. Yeah, we're not going to go up ahead into the center room until we get said loot. That's how I roll. I want to say get the loot, then resume the story. And this spot is Robe of Serenity. That I already found all over the world or something like that. Now, that's not bad unless you have a rabbit suit, which is rabbit suit is, of course, much, much more better. Now, we're about to get another collectible, so we'll just go over here, check one of the pots. It should be there. I'll tell you what it is once I do grab it. See the luck, get that anyways. Mini Mill, this is number 38 on the list, so it's 38 out of 80. So far so good. We're getting what we need on that end, which is very nice indeed. So let's go ahead and explore. Now, we got one more piece of loot to get before we go inside the big old building to resume another cutscene. Yeah, this tower has a lot of cutscenes. Otherwise, I went through this probably under 15 minutes. Still, it's pretty cool, though. And they add some boss fights, which I do love. Now, inside this chest is a Reheal Scroll. What that does is gives you regenerative properties. It'll regenerate your hit points for a few rounds until it wears off. Very powerful spell for long battles. Seriously, it is. I'm not going to use it until I feel the right to use it and everybody else has spells and abilities.
Come, give up the Sigils' whereabouts. Resign thyself to the inevitable.
How strange. Different time, different place, and you look completely different. But I still know exactly who you are.
What gibberish is this?
But you're far from ready. No, you lack the strength, and the wisdom, and heaven knows what else. But there's still time. You'll get there. I hope.
We will. Our journey has only just begun.
Huh? Humans? But how? Surely you did not bring down the barrier we put in place.
I think you're probably a little too low down the food chain to understand. Low enough that defeating you should be a nice, easy way for my young friends here to prove that they are who they say they are. I hope they won't disappoint me.
We would teach this fiend a lesson whether you asked it or not. Though if the request is to be made, I might hope that it were made a little more politely.
Hope all you want. I'm not too fond of humans.
Oh. Truly?
What manner of fools are these that chatter back and forth as if I were not even here? As if my defeat were a foregone conclusion. Your victory is far from assured, worms. No, this is how your future will unfold. You will fall before me. And when I have finished with you, I shall see to it that not a single fairy remains alive.
Now we have to protect the Over-Seer. So first of all, make sure you equip signal damage weapons on everyone. Let's go ahead and do it. Aegon on the Prince of Mendenhall. Have the Prince of Canuck equip a Fireblade as well. Have him cast Kabuff. Yeah, you're going to buff up as always in the first round. Get used to it. The Princess just do oomph. So this way the Prince of Mendenhall does some damage. You'll see why. Do not do the double-edged blade. You'll see why. Especially if you're over-leveled and without the lack of good armor around that level. So I'm going to go ahead and try double-edged slash. That's what it is. This is dangerous, but the damage on it, you'll see how insane it is. However, it's like one of those suicidal attacks. I'm going to have him at this time. Let's see here. I'm looking. I don't think I see. Okay, I think I'm going to just do Dodgy Dance for him. As for her, I'm going to go ahead and do his Sap. I probably should have did Sap. That would have been better. Okay, that means he tries to hit me. I'll dodge more often. Now, I did 1.5 damage. However, the feedback damage was over 400. So I definitely died there. I'm going to have the Prince of Canuck right away. Kazinga, our main fighter. I'm going to have her right at this point just hit Sap. This way it'd be much more better. There you go. I'm brought back to life. Now this boss is going to attack me, lashing a love. So we took a little bit extra damage. Now he has oomph on him. So I'm going to have to, at this time, egg on. I'm going to have him again cast. Let's see here. I'm looking real quick. Yeah, I'm going to have him heal. Have her at this time do oomph on Alan. Alan's going to be the one that's without, of course, any protective spells like Kabuff, but that's all right. But I did a lot of damage, though, so the boss shouldn't be long to take down. I just want to show you the dangers of that ability. Now, I did that. I'm going to go ahead and look around, see. I'm going to do Helm Splitter, drop his defense, attempt to. I have Carl here, just heal the Princess of Moonbrook. I'm going to have her attempt to, let's see. I'm looking wild side, so this way she casts some nukes in the next round. Let's go ahead and do that. Yep, so she'll attack 2 times per round. Helm Splitter almost did 1,000 damage. However, he is immune to that ability for some reason, but that's all right. He's near death, so I'm just going to have everybody attack. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and do attacker's attacker. I'm going to have him. So I'm going to have him. I'm looking just heal. Have her as well go double nuke. So I'm going to go do Kawoosh. That should do it. 2 of those. And of course, that's all she wrote. And there you go. Boss is now defeated. Sit back and enjoy the cutscene after that. I'll tell everybody what went on briefly, and here we go.
So much for his soothsaying skills. Thanks for that. You're young, but I think it's safe to say you're the heroes we were told to expect.
We came at the request of the Dragon Lord's descendant. He told us that you had need of our aid.
And he was right. I'm glad he sent you rather than coming himself. He probably would have brought this place crashing down around our ears.
He said as much himself, but is he truly possessed of such fearsome power? Is he truly descended from him?
Maybe one day you'll be strong enough to take him on and see for yourselves. But I wouldn't recommend it just yet. You've got some work ahead of you.
He bade us seek out the 5 sigils.
Did he now? So you're planning on taking on Hargon? Very heroic of you. But then, I suppose that's to be expected.
We have no choice but to face him. Peace must be restored to our world.
So the time has come at last. Lady Rubis said it would. In fact, she gave me something to give you all when you finally appeared.
She cannot pass her gift to us herself?
She's somewhere else right now. Somewhere far away. Anyway, here.
A flute.
Yes, a very special one. If someone of the hero's bloodline blows it when one of the sigils is nearby, it sends back an echo. Why not give it a try? No echo, which means there aren't any sigils around here. Oh, but it won't respond if the sigil is on the move. And certain other things can interfere with it too. Anyway, just take it around with you on your travels and blow it every now and again, all right?
So this is what they meant when they said that only we might know the sigil's locations. Thank you! We are in your debt. If we might trouble you for one last thing, we would know why Hargon's minions, too, Seek out the sigils. What happens when all 5 are gathered in the self-same place?
We asked the Dragon Lord's great-grandson, but he claimed that he did not have the right to answer such a question.
Did he indeed? Well, I sort of do, but I also sort of don't. Sorry, it's not completely my place to tell you either. What I can tell you is that it's not just about the protective power they grant. There's more to it than that. But you'll have to find all 5 of them to find out what. Just know that it's something that will be vital if you're going to defeat Hargon. I'll tell you more when the time comes.
Thank you. Though you claim to have no love for humankind, you are certainly very generous.
Only because I have to be. Lady Rubis and the other fairies are always going on about it. And besides, it's not like I want the world to end. And I knew some of your ancestors. The heroes that came before you, the first one I met. He was the one who convinced me you might not all be bad. But then, he was special. I hated not being able to reunite him with his... Huh? Never mind. That was all a long time ago now. The hero who came after him wasn't bad either. You might even say we were friends. Your ancestors helped me out, and I helped them out in return. Not because I cared much, just because it was easier that way. I didn't have to feel like I owed them anything afterwards. And that's all I'm doing for you, too. Helping you, so I don't have to feel like I owe you anything.
You shared friendships with our forebears. I should very much like to hear more about them one day.
Maybe, if you're lucky. But there's things to be doing right now. Get out there and find those sigils. And don't die.
Now we have an item called the Echo Flute. So when you use the Echo Flute, if you blow it on the world map, that means the sigil's there. If not, you have to look somewhere else. There's limitations to it because some of them will move around and such. So I'm going to go ahead and talk to the Over-Seer. There'll be one more cutscene to go through.
You assaulted the last of the Dragon Lord's line? Apologies, Master. He wouldn't join our cause, so we thought it wise to gobble him up. And it was wise. Those who oppose the High Priest will find themselves on the end of my fork. You imbeciles. Lord Hargon! Thy charges want for instruction, Belial, in the value of life, or the lack of it. Yes, Master.
Well, we did see one of Hargon's generals, I'll call him. And that was crazy, really crazy. So now we know what to do. We have to collect all the sigils. So this way, it looks like we have to summon a goddess or something like that. That's good, though. So we have an item for that. It says, she talked about the Dragon Lord's great-grandson. And she says, I'm glad you guys are here. Anyway, search behind this statue of the goddess. This is the Holy Talisman. So Holy Talisman will protect you against instant death attacks. It sometimes always doesn't work. So yeah, it's one of those that'll just help you out. Still have a diamond with you in case they cast, for instance, whack and to whack. It's very good. So we got that now. I'm going to go ahead and put the strength way away. I don't need that ring no more. I'd rather have protection against death spells and abilities. So we're all finished here. I'm going to finish talking up to everyone. Then we'll go to Rippleport. That's where we'll go ahead and end the video. I would say this is a very good and long dungeon run. Totally worth it. So I'm going to go ahead and get there. Once I do arrive, I'll definitely do a recap for this video. Here's a recap for the video. So I started the long, lasting quest, or more like a quest I started now, for the Faded Blade. After that, what I did next was I went into the Shrine of Rain. After getting 2 scrolls and a mini medal, also saving Faeries along the way, we defeated not 1, not 2, but 3 bosses. Now we got an item called the Echo Flute to look for something called Sigils, which sounds like it's very important. So we got to collect them all, just like Pokemon. In the next Dragon Quest II HD-2D Remake walkthrough video, we're about to go into the Lighthouse, our first Sigil dungeon. This is it for my Dragon Quest II HD-2D Remake Part 21, the Shrine of Rain dungeon video. This is Lord Fenton signing off. Thanks for watching and have a great day or night. Do please stay safe. Please subscribe to my channel for more content just like this. If you like what you see, then pick my suggestion on the upper left hand corner or YouTube suggestion on the bottom left hand corner. I'm going to go ahead and take out this slime for looking at me very funny.